Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah. In this short video, we will look at effective reading techniques. Such techniques would help us to make reading easy for us and through which we can make the most benefits of reading. Let's start with the first technique we have here, which is skimming. Skimming means looking at only the titles and the headings of the text or the book that we have. So if you are doing a research in the library, you can only look at the titles of the books. You don't have to read every single book to know that it's suitable or not. Just go through the titles and then you decide if the book is relevant or not. Also, you can read the heading of a text in order to know the general idea of it. And you may also decide whether it is relevant or not, or if it is an exam, you can have some glimpse of what's going on in the text or the general idea that you will go through. Also, you can go through the captions if they are available. Just go through them. They always give some idea about what we have there in the reading text or the reading book. Another thing we can also go for in skimming is to read the first lines. The first lines usually contain the main idea or the main topic of the text. And this will make it clear for us. So we are preparing our minds for reading. One more thing that we can do using the skimming technique is to go through the content page if you are reading a book. And in the content page, you will see the main ideas that the book is dealing with. And again, if you are doing a research, you can decide if the book is okay or is relevant to what you are doing or not. Let's move to the second technique here, which is scanning. And scanning always looking for what we have here, the specific information in the text. So you are not looking for the general idea as we have in skimming, but you are only looking for specific information. You don't need the whole text to go through, but you need only one or two ideas. So what you do is to look at the relevant keywords. Let me give you an example here. If you want to know the number of people who die because of smoking in a smoking text, so what you do is trying to look at the words smoking death rate or death rate of smokers or death numbers of smokers. So when you bump into one of these words or three or two of these words, you can decide, okay, this is where I can find my specific information that you're looking into. Let's move now to the third type. The third type we have here is the intensive study reading. And in this technique, you are looking for reading text or reading book as a source of knowledge that you should study overall. And in order to do this, you need to focus on what you are doing. Read every single word. Read between the lines, as they say. And you need to use note-taking. So you are reading and writing or taking some notes while you're doing it, and this will help you to focus. And not only focusing while you are reading, but you should also go to analyzing. So analyze what you are reading. Try to go through different categories that the topic is displaying, or go through the reasons or the different figures that you are looking at in the text. You need also to connect the information that you have in the text with your prior knowledge about the topic. So if you are reading about tourism in Oman, for instance, you should recall what you already know about the topic. See, and you make the connection between the new information and the old information that you already know. Another thing that you should also look into here is to compare. you need to compare what you are doing. So compare between the reading text that you have there and what the other reading text or the other sources that you already know. And with this comparison, you are growing your knowledge and you are making the most benefit out of reading. And this is called intensive reading. There is a fourth type that we would like to talk here, which is extensive reading. Simply, extensive reading means reading for fun. Well, one may ask why we need to learn about reading for fun if we are looking at the effective techniques of reading, or let me say, reading for college. Sometimes you are asked to write a research and you have to go through lots of textbooks, lots of resources, and you go through it. I'm sure that it's a difficult task to do, but in this way, in this technique, let me say that you are going to flip it. Instead of making it hard for you, you can make it fun. So change this picture to another one. Think about ways to make it really funny, like reading out instead of reading at home, or instead of reading in a library, you can enjoy reading with friends. You can spend hours making fun of something that you're reading. You can draw a picture of what you are learning in the text, especially if it is something which is mechanical. Maybe you can draw a diagram, and you can add some interesting fun to the process of reading.